here. No taste device. Well, apparently we have to do it up and down. That's stupid. Alright. It says I got 2 people in here. Yeah, I'm here at the library because they're supposed to be power washing our deck, and that was supposed to start Monday or Saturday. They haven't started yet, and didn't want to risk them showing up, making a bunch of noise while we were doing the live stream. 3 people on, that's good. Murga, who's the special guest? Special guest, we'll show him in a second, won't you? Yeah, I'm gonna put my laptop here. I can see the live chat. Probably should connect to the Wi-Fi. 3 viewers, not bad. Probably Murga, Silas, and my dad. Here we go, Silas. It's pretty fun. I have to scroll back. All right. All right, yeah, main live stream here. Hoping several people jump on. We could talk running, whatnot. If there's any issues with the audio, someone just drop it in the live chat here. That would be cool. Yeah, let's talk anything running. You know, like I said in the short yesterday, Diamond League happened yesterday, so maybe want to talk about that. Caroline said hi. What's up, Caroline? Not sure who Caroline is, but thanks for joining. But yeah, I mean, we got Sunset Tour tonight in LA with Sound Running, so if anybody wants to talk that, you know, I got some teammates out there. Got some former college teammates out there, some big names out there. I don't have the start list pulled up, but that's something we could pull up if anybody wanted to chat about that. And then, yeah, I teased it by a special guest. 33 viewers, wow. Clayton Dukacek here.
What's up, everybody? Happy to be on the live stream. First opportunity for me, but interested to see what you guys have to say, questions-wise. Me and Titus are going to knock out those questions today.
Yeah, so Clayton here, if no one knows, he's a teammate of mine, Minnesota Elite. He's a good runner, so he, let's go, boys. What up, Joe? Joe Daniel. So, yeah, Clayton hails from the Show Me State.
Missouri, great state. If you haven't been there, recommend checking it out. But I know Titus is no stranger to Missouri.
No stranger, no. Yeah, my mom's from Missouri. Still got some family up there. Been to Missouri my fair share of time. But yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it said we went from 33 viewers to 10, so I don't know if that was a glitch or if I just was looking at it wrong. But yeah, if anybody wants to start dropping some questions or stuff they want us to talk about, go ahead and hit that in the live chat. There's always plenty to talk about. I will say, I don't have an interview out on Clayton, but we plan on interviewing. Funny story, we actually interviewed him. He was actually going to be the first interview. And then some unfortunate stuff happened with the recording, and it got deleted. But that said, may actually work out because since then Clayton's ran 2 PRs, so that'll give us something to talk about. Plus, he's had some other good races, had a couple good cross races. So, but yeah, we'll get him interviewed at some point. So be looking for that.
Better content coming soon on my end. So.
Ramsey sent me a Snapchat. I'm on here. He's
in the middle of something.
Ramsey should be on here. Well, no, he's working actually. So,
Ramsey, if you're at TC running, tune in. If it's slow, if you're not selling service, we'd love to hear some of your questions.
Ooh, Gable Sieperta on the chat. Let's go. Thoughts on Grand Slam? Are you going to get me going here? I'll say this. Initially, I thought it was a good idea. I'm all for more track meets. I'm all for a grand scam. Yeah, that's true, Swanee. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for track meets, more opportunities, especially on like the pro end of things. I think Diamond League's cool, but I know it was kind of nice to have rival. Yeah, overall, I don't know. It was initially it kind of made me mad, especially like the 5K, that first one, 14:39. I mean, if I kept running 14:39, I'd have got kicked off like maybe my college teams or kicked off the Minnesota Distance Elite, So that was frustrating. But I don't know. I mean, but then they got better. Some of the distance events got better. I mean, the sprint events were pretty cool. It would have been nice maybe to see a little more competition. I mean, some of the people were running the tables, but it's kind of a shame to see that they cut it. I mean, you got to give stuff time. I mean, I know I've heard before with road races that like you won't make money. You'll like lose money your first year, break even the second, and make money the third. And I mean, they say that about business too. Like some businesses, like it may take a year, 2, 3, 4 years to actually really start making money. So I think they should have given it more time. I mean, it's a shame that they just canceled the last one because I don't know. I think they were learning and getting better, but I don't know. We'll see what comes back. I don't know. Hopefully the rumors aren't true that they owe like $12 million. That's or whatever it is. That's a lot of money. So, but yeah, that's my thoughts. I don't know if C Money here got some comments.
I mean, I thought it was a good trial run. I think it should keep going. I mean, they may bit off more they can chew financially, but I was engaged with it. Like I really liked how you didn't just have like Sydney McLaughlin do the 400 hurdles all the time. She got to mix it up with some of the people in an event that was maybe weaker for her, and she wasn't just dominating every race. So that was my biggest takeaway from it that really caught my eye. So I'd like to see some more of that again for sure. They can get the funds and everything squared away, but
yeah,
the principle I think was great. I loved it.
Yeah, nice water bottle. Yeah, I accidentally stole this water bottle last time I was home. So thanks, Dad. Maybe I'll return it at some point in time. Cute mom has entered the chat.
Cute mom.
I don't know. Yeah, I will say normally, yeah, if I don't know what Swanee's hinting at, but that just a reminder. Let's keep everything PG. I don't know what he's hinting at, but let's keep.
What's he saying?
Cute mom has entered the chat. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Let's see if there's any more brands.
Swanee, how's the Airbnb this trip?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah, Swanee. Shout out to Swanee. Broke 4 a few weeks ago. He's racing tonight in the 1500 at the aforementioned Sunset Tour. So sub 340 coming tonight.
Let's go, Swanee.
Gable's racing there tonight in the steeple. So let's be rooting for him. Gable's been doing good too. So I know he's got a good one in him. All right, let's see here. Dad, who would suffer the most? Someone from Minnesota trained in Tennessee in July and August, or someone from Tennessee training in Minnesota in January and February?
Ooh. I'd say
I'm gonna go with someone from Minnesota going down there. I mean, it's pretty cold up here in the winter, like significantly colder than Tennessee, but yeah, I think it's bearable. I mean, you just like bundle up. But the people up in Minnesota, not to knock on my Minnesota people, but when they complain about heat and humidity, and then some of them actually struggle. They're like, oh, like the heat got to me, and it did, and humidity got to them. It's like, this is nothing. Like, I mean, let's just say this. Today I ran at like 11 o'clock. If I'd have done that back home today, I don't think that'd have ended too well. I think I'd be feeling pretty rough right now, and I feel fine. But I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy though up here in January and February, but at least in January and February, you can hop on a treadmill or something, and it's like not as bad, but I don't know, it's still going to be hot on the treadmill. Good Airbnb, it's good here. It ain't easy, exactly, Swanee. It ain't easy, and it ain't supposed to be easy. Something Swanee and I talk about sometimes. It ain't easy, it ain't supposed to be easy. So, yeah. Swanee knows. how much sleep would you like each night versus how much sleep would you actually get? I mean, I think in a perfect world, I mean, if you could tell me a way to get 10 every night, I'd do it. That's, I mean, that may be a little greedy, but that'd be really nice. But I mean, maybe a little more realistic. I would like to get 9, or at least average 9. So if you got like 8, 8.5, a couple nights a week. But realistically, I think I mean, I always get at least 8. Um, Probably average closer to 8.5 to 9 most weeks. It just depends. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Clayton?
I think a big 7 to 9 hour guy, I would say. If I could get 10 every night, that would be good. But that's kind of an outlier for me. I think 8's the sweet spot. That's what I need to function. But yeah, I don't know. I think it kind of varies for me.
Ooh, we got Dinah on here. My sister. Shout out to Dinah. Putting in the work this summer. Hitting some good mileage. Ready for a big cross season. Had a good track season too, so gonna capitalize on that and have a good cross season. Yeah, we got some good questions. Dad pulling all the weight here on some good questions. Oh, Grandma's here. Norm Bradley, Grandma, love you. All right. Best single model shoe you ever wore. Okay, so throwback here. Brooks Ravenna 9. I had the Brooks Ravenna. I got the 3s. And then I got a pair of 2s right after that. We got them on clearance somewhere, and I really liked the Ravenna, and they were getting better every year. And the 9s were the best shoe. I think I had like 6 or 7 of them. I mean, they were great. I mean, that was like my senior year of high school into freshman year of college, and I was doing like my first semester in college. I was doing everything in the Brooks Ravenna 9. I mean, warm up, cool down, all workouts, long runs. I mean, I did a couple road races in them. So Brooks Ravenna 9. Just kind of something that comes to mind. I'm sure if I had a brand new pair, they may not feel good today given what I'm used to now, but that's my favorite one for my mind. What about you, Clayton?
I was gonna kind of jump in there. I had a few pair of the Ravenna 9s myself. The Ravenna 10s also decent, but they didn't hit like the Ravenna 9s. But right now I'm kind of rocking with the Hoka Mach 6. That might be an all-time great for me. Lightweight, responsive, just feel good most of the time I'm running in that shoe. New Balance Vongo version 5. And I think that's kind of the podium right there for shoes for me. Ravenna 9, Hoka Mach 6, Vongo V5.
All right. Ooh, Gable, what is your favorite movie? That's a tough one, Gable.
Kind of speaks for itself for me.
I don't, man. There's some movies that come to mind. The Gentleman with Matthew McConaughey. It's not the most family-friendly movie, but it's a pretty good movie. We watched it last year out in LA for the first soundtrack meet. That's Track Fest, and it was really good. It was one of those movies. Like a few days later, I wanted to watch it again. That one's pretty good. Another one that I mean, most people probably don't know this movie, but Dad will know this. Opportunity Knocks. It's a stupid movie. It's stupid, but it's hilarious. And yeah, me and my dad like to drop some lines from that movie as inside jokes. Yeah, Cars. I used to always say Cars by Pixar. It's a pretty good movie. As I've gotten older, I don't really appreciate him not like winning the race, but that's a different topic. What about you, Clayton?
Yeah, mentality shifts as you go on. But I'd say my favorite movie of all time is probably The Dark Knight, Batman movie. Timeless classic. Watched it a couple weeks ago. Christian Bale, best Bruce Wayne, Batman. I'll die on that hill. As you can see by the shirt, this is definitely one of them, Napoleon Dynamite. Just another stupid movie like you were talking about. It's just the stupidest movies are the most quotable, I'd say. Then Nacho Libre, another one by the same director, Jared Hess. If you ever watch his stuff, makes stupid stuff, but super funny.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. And Swanee said Clayton got the Graham Blake's merch on.
Yeah,
That's
Grand
funny.
Blanks likes this movie, I know.
All right. Let's see here. Can you give my boy Sam Nowak a shout out? He's running a race right now. All right. Shout out Sam. Let's get it done. Make something happen. I don't know Sam. I don't know Richie Rich, but all the best, Sam. Richie Rich, if you're trolling me, then I hope Sam has a bad race. But yeah. Have I ever seen the? But curious, what race is Sam Nowak racing? Drop that. Yeah. Have you ever seen the York High School movie? Actually, I have. Yeah. Yeah. It's been a several years, but I have seen that. Have you?
Mm-mm, I
Okay.
don't think so.
Yeah. That's a cool one. Ooh, LT. What's your favorite sandwich pre-race?
It's a good one.
You know, ooh, that is good. I'm trying to think. And normally, I mean, hmm, I've mixed it up, but something light, nothing crazy, nothing special. I mean, you know, something real low key. I mean, I like ham. I like roast beef too. So if it's just like a ham sandwich or a roast beef sandwich with not really that much on it. I mean, if it's not a race and I get a sandwich, I kind of like loading it up with stuff. But yeah, it's hard to pick one. But I'll take a nice little roast beef sandwich. I think is what I'll lean towards.
I don't know, chicken. I mean, if I get the opportunity, a nice chicken pesto sandwich on ciabatta bun, it's pretty nice. Like even in
Mm.
general or before a race, very versatile sandwich. But the easygoing one is just the turkey and cheese. I don't like a lot of like condiments or whatever on there. Just a simple guy, but definitely a chicken pesto if I get the shot.
Mm. Park Funny Memes said hi. Hey Park. Pack. My bad. Pack. Richie Rich. Ooh, favorite workout. I'm gonna go with mile repeats. I mean, there's a lot of workouts I like, but mile repeats is my go-to. I love it, especially if you can kind of like cut down throughout. You know, if you have like 6 of them, and you cut down. You know, kind of start off pretty controlled, the first couple, and then each one kind of cutting, and then like the last 2 reps, you're really getting after it. I mean, you actually feel better those last couple reps than you did at the beginning. All right. What about you, Clayton? You got a favorite workout?
Ooh, I like the 400 repeats. I would say it's like kind of the same principle, just cutting down, seeing how quick you can get to an extent. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say 400 reps for sure.
All right. How are you, brother? What's going on? I'm doing pretty good. We're doing this live stream. That's what's going on. But yeah, doing good. Training's good. Building mileage recently. So yeah. Sam is running a race in Wisconsin. Not exactly, but it's a trial race. All right, cool. Good stuff. Well, yeah. Again, hope Sam has a good race. Bro is acting like he's famous. I mean, I kind of am low key in some circles. But let's see here. What drains you more, a really long run or a hard workout session or a race? Ooh, that's a good one. Honestly, I mean, probably a hard workout. I mean, long runs normally don't. I mean, I'm not like I'm definitely tired, but I don't know if it quite drains me. But some of the hard workouts really, you get pretty tired and knock you out for the rest of the day. A race, I mean, definitely feel like it drains me, but I feel like since like the day before was easy, and then that kind of helps with like the draining part. Plus, especially if you have a good race, you're kind of feeling good mentally, and I think that helps. But some of those really, really late night races might drain me more than a hard workout, but I think that's because it's late at night. But generally speaking, I'm gonna go with a hard workout. What about you?
I think I'm gonna take the long run route. Those just like I'm instantly just like fiending to go to bed, take a nice nap, like eat a big brunch beforehand, and then just hit the sack for about an hour or two. But like the workouts kind of energize me, if anything. Just like I don't know, depends I guess on the speed of the long run. A long hard run is a little bit more straining than a workout for me, I'd say.
All right, let's see. Would you rather be deaf for 10 years or blind for 20? Um, I don't know. I may pick deaf for 10 years. A lot of people say a lot of stupid stuff. And I don't know. Not blind is rough. You can't read, you can't watch anything, you can't see people, can't see like nature. So, and it's 20 years? That'd be so confusing. You'd be blind for like a year and you come back, it'd be confusing. Are you running any Diamond League races? No. I would love to, maybe one day, but no, not quite to that level.
Anyone have any thoughts on the Diamond League in Monaco? Because I'm interested to hear your opinions on that.
Yeah, see if anybody's dropped some stuff about that. LT.
Gable's calling you out there.
Yeah, we'll get there. LT, how do you combat comparison on social media? Oh, that's a good one. That's a good topic these days. Honestly, for me, I try to keep like who I follow pretty limited. I know like I used to follow like, oh, if you ran, I followed you. If you were in, like if it was a running account, I followed it. If it was like a pro team, I followed it. And like got to a point where I was just like nothing personal, but like to put it bluntly, I just don't care. So I think unfollowing some of that, or if you don't want to unfollow, maybe mute that, mute those accounts if you still want to follow. That way they have that support with the follow count and whatnot, or subscribe, but maybe turn off the notifications. So that's for me. But then also it's always a good reminder to just know that just got to remind yourself that what you see on social media and everything, and I think with like for running, Strava's a big one. I think Strava's a lot of fun, but you don't see the whole story on Strava. Even if someone really detail log about the workout, their splits, the rest, how they felt, the weather, how much faster they could have went. You still don't know the whole story. It's really hard to see that. So that'd be my advice. What, you got anything to add about that?
Not really much for me. I'm not a big social media guy in general.
Yeah.
So,
Gable, who is your favorite training partner of all time? That's tough, Gable. You put me in a hole here. Not a hole, but you put me kind of putting the pressure on. I don't know. It's hard to pick a favorite. I've had some good training partners. Gable, you certainly were a good training partner, but I don't think I can pick one. I think Gable, you were pretty good. I liked how you did your pacing and kind of had similar philosophy. Kind of didn't want to push it early. Work into it. So, but yeah, there's some guys. Shout out when I was at USI, Austin Nolan. Shout out to him. I did a lot of workouts with him over my 4 years there, and he was a really good person to work out with. I felt like he also didn't really push it too hard, get a lot out of it. But Austin's really good at pacing. And I wasn't terrible at pacing at USI, but wasn't as good as Iowa State helped me at pacing. I've gotten better now, but yeah, Austin was really good. Always good to work out with my brothers. Shout out to them. Yeah, it's hard. I don't like those type of questions, Gable, to be honest, like your favorite training partner. But yeah, I could shout out a lot of people. Yeah, let's see here. Cross country or track? Ooh, at the end of the day, probably cross country. I love track though, but cross country. I've been running cross country since the 4th grade, and it's just such a great sport. It's just a grind. Man, when you're having a good cross race and you're just moving up, feeling good, it's hard to beat that. Yeah, I'm gonna pick cross.
Yeah, cross country for sure, especially now. I kind of value it more now that we're running for Minnesota Distance Elite. There's not as many opportunities, post-collegiately as there were in the NCAA or even in high school. So I already like that more to begin with, but just because there's more limited opportunities, I think it makes you appreciate it more.
Yeah. Oh, Dad, that's a tough one. 8-point buck or 15-pound bass? If it's like a good 8-point buck, not like a young 8-point buck, if it's like a good 8-point buck, I may take that. 15-pound bass, though, come on. I don't know if that's comparable, Dad. 15-pound bass is pretty big, but I don't know. I'd rather kill a big buck. I mean, fishing's fun, but yeah. At the end of the day, if you told me I can only deer hunt and never get a bass fish, I wouldn't lose any sleep. But yeah, Swanee, would you rather make an Olympic team and finish in last, or qualify for Worlds and get first? Dang,
Ooh.
that's tough. I mean, initially it's like, oh, Olympics. Just do you have that Olympian by your name? But man, winning Worlds though.
World champion's a cool title.
That's a cool title too. That's a tough one, Swanee. I mean, cause
I take world. I take first at Worlds, I think.
yeah, I think really be honest, yeah, world champion. Cause Olympics is Olympics, and that obviously has a lot of cool stuff that comes with it. Never take that away from you, but getting last is kind of tough because there's some people that get there and don't do too hot. Yeah, I mean, world champion, shoot, that'd be nice. I mean, I'd almost take like a world champion over getting like fifth at the Olympics, you know. I mean, if you said medal or win a world, that's a different story. But yeah, I'll probably lean towards worlds first. Ooh, LT, another one. What's your favorite philosophy from Sud's coaching? Favorite philosophy. That's I really liked how, like, in cross country, just kind of the patient mindset, because kind of patient, move through the field, and then be there when the race is going on, towards the end, and then finish, kick, close really hard. I really like how he kind of big believer in that. I've never been one to like go out banging up front, and kind of pushing it and being the one controlling the race. So I really like that. But yeah, that's kind of something that stands out to me. I did like a lot of the workouts we did, which I think kind of set us up for that race style too. But yeah, that stands out to me, the race and the cross country kind of mindset there. Oh, okay. Dad with another one. Complete weekend. Foot Locker Nationals or Brooks PR? Overall, man, that's tough. I don't know. I may pick Brooks though. Like, Foot Locker was nice and all, but I think one thing that was nice about Brooks was some of the guys I hung out with the whole time. A few of the guys, I was hanging out with, it's just like, there was like 5 of us that hung out a lot out there, and 3 of those guys that were included, so we had met at Foot Locker, so I kind of got to know them really good, kind of got to know them, and then so it was kind of knew them a little more. When at Foot Locker, I was kind of getting to know them, but both weekends were pretty good overall. But I think, yeah, that's tight though. Yeah, I may pick Brooks because of that, but Foot Locker was great. Never been to California, going to San Diego and being on the beach. There's some pretty cool stuff, but there was also some downtime. But yeah, I'm gonna pick Brooks. All right, LT, what's your greatest strength and your biggest weakness as a runner? Ooh, LT. That's tough. Greatest strength. I don't know. I mean, I generally have a pretty good kick. That's come in handy. Normally able to kind of hang on and still close. That made more racing. I think I've also done pretty well at handling high mileage. I think that's been really helpful, and I think that's maybe part of why I've maybe been able to have a good kick, which may not sound to some people, high mileage and having a good kick, but I think just that overall strength. Biggest weakness as a runner? Ooh, biggest weakness. Biggest weakness. I gotta be honest with myself here. Let me think here. I mean, I think sometimes I get in my own way. I mean, I'm normally not someone that overthinks stuff, but sometimes I do get in my own way with maybe like some outside of training stuff with diet, kind of eating some stupid stuff, just kind of getting ahead of myself there. Another weakness, I think, trying to think, the biggest weakness, that's tough. That's a tough question, LT. I may have to chew on that and circle back to that. That's makes me think here. What about you, Clayton? You got anything come to your mind? Greatest strength, biggest weakness?
I think my biggest strength is my ability to pace. I've done pretty well pacing. It's rare you'll find a race where like I can go out and then I just like am suffering at the end. There's a couple races I've died, but I mean that's with anybody, I think. But hands down, my biggest weakness is my kick. That's something I do not have polished per se. It's I've had a couple good kicks, and when I say a couple, I mean like a couple, like maybe like one or two in high school. But yeah, definitely the kick is not my strong suit.
Yeah. Okay, most memorable high school race in track and in cross country. Most memorable for high school and track. Yeah, I don't know. Running 8:52 at Eastern Relays, that was pretty sweet. Just to be in that. I mean, the field was loaded, and just the way the race played out, and yeah, coming through 4:27 halfway through, and knowing like 'cause the big goal was breaking 9, so I knew I was on pace, and then to hold on and have a nice battle with the guy that ended up being my teammate at Iowa State, Chad Johnson. Shout out Chad. We both closed in 60, so that one comes to mind. Pretty, but I'd like to. I mean, winning state like a month later in the 3200, that one is pretty close second. Cross country, most memorable high school. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say winning state. That was pretty important to me. I mean, I kind of had that goal since middle school, and kind of was getting closer. 50th my freshman year, 8th my sophomore year, 3rd my junior year. So it's getting closer. Knew I had a shot, and then all year running good. But you always got to go out there and get it done on the day. So yeah, and then Silas getting second, which is something we established in like January. Like, hey, let's go 1-2 all year, all the way through state. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna pick. Winning that state title in cross. Anything you want to, Clayton? Anything you had in high school, memorable races?
In high school, yeah. I mean, kind of had a downer. I overperformed when I was a junior at the state meet, and I was super pumped, and I had high ambitions to come back for the state meet when I was a senior. I ended up getting like 21st in Missouri, and I was hobbling it in. That was a memory for a bad way, but I reconciled, and then I ended up getting like a 21-second PR outdoor and claiming all state when I didn't think that was in the cards for me. So kind of made up for that and was memorable in a good way later on in the year before I transitioned out of high school and went to college. So those are probably my most memorable races for sure.
Can you do meet and greets? I mean, can I? Yeah. Will I? I don't know. I mean, I've been a part of meet and greets with Minnesota Distance Elite. I don't have any plans for like setting up a meet and greet. But yeah. Suggestions to prevent injuries. My mom said this. I think that's a good question, good topic. Might have to make a broad video on that. But I think just generally speaking, I think it's just kind of that comes to mind is just being smart day to day on your runs, especially the easy runs. Just come to mind stuff I've seen. Just kind of not getting ahead of yourself on those easy runs with the pace. Something I've told people. I don't know if I've ever said this on the channel. I don't know if I've told people this, younger people, it's just because you can doesn't mean you should. And I guess that goes for like long runs and workouts too. Or if you're doing core lifting, like just because you can doesn't mean you should. So just kind of be smart. And then of course, I think that's helped me personally, and I'm sure a lot of people would agree with me there. And then, just some stuff. I mean, people probably hear this a lot, but good sleep is really important. And I don't know all that, like I can't remember the exact statistics on it, but I think if an athlete gets like under 7 hours of sleep consistently, their chances of getting injured go up by like 60-70% or something. It's something like that. And I think anyone who's been an athlete in any sport could probably be like, yeah, if you get a few nights of bad sleep, like you feel it. So good sleep goes a long way. Hydration goes a long way. I mean, if you're a little dehydrated, you're probably not gonna like break your foot or nothing, but that's a good way to have some like get kind of banged up. May not like your traditional injury of like you're not gonna be in a cast or a boot, but you may tweak a little. You may tweak your hammy or something, or pull a glute muscle or something like that. So I think for me, those would be my go-to suggestions. Is just yeah, don't get ahead of yourself on any run. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Good sleep, good hydration, and then and consistency goes a long way too. That's a topic that's always mentioned. So you can if you have a good run today, tomorrow, and then the third day, don't just not run for a few days and then try to pick it back up. Like that's a good way to get injured too, is be inconsistent in your training. Yeah. You got anything you want to add there, Clayton?
I mean, I kind of go in and out of this, but I think yoga helps a lot too. Just like keeping the muscles like pliable, takes you through a nice stretching routine. I do like 15 minutes a day recently, and I've been noticing a big difference in my soreness levels. Puts me in a clear mental headspace. But obviously, sleep and hydration and everything that Titus was talking about is key too. So that'd be the only thing that I would add. I did it a lot in college too, every Monday and Wednesday before our morning runs, and that was a double day, and just usually put me in a better spot to get a good run in the afternoon. So if you haven't tried it, give it a shot. I think it's helpful.
All right. Yeah. Would you ever try doping even after retirement? No, never even consider that. No, yeah, no, no need to do that. I don't believe in that. It's, and then after retirement, no, man, I'm retired. Even if I I don't have any temptations to dope or cheat now, but if I'm retired, then I don't care. So, no. All right, LT with another one. What's your favorite run route of all time, and who are you picking to run it with? Ooh, oh, that's tough. A loop that just was special to me is from when I was at USI. There's this loop called Trailer Court. I don't know. I just really liked it. I don't know why. It just kind of stuck. My second semester, we did it on like a Wednesday, and then we just kept doing it on Wednesdays for a while, and then it was just always it's just a nice 9-mile loop. Yeah, it got some good hills on it. That's part of why I like it. But and if I could pick anybody to run it with, that's tough. I mean, that is really tough. There's several people that come to mind I'd like to show that loop to. I mean, I'd like to show my dad that loop. He never ran it, with us. I mean, when he was in town. Would like to show that loop to Josh Grogan. Shout out Josh Grogan. I would like to show him that loop. I think he'd like it. I told Gable about it. I think Gable would like that loop. But it's hard to pick just one person. But Trailer Court, that's a good loop. Let's see here. Did you two ever square off in a college meet? Yeah, I think Clayton and I ran.
Oh yeah. Regionals
in college. I don't know if we ever we were at the same meet, but I don't know if we were at that. I think that's the only time we actually raced though in college.
Yeah, probably.
Because I mean, you were at the Cyclone Open, but you were in the 3K. I was in the mile.
Yeah.
And then at like Brian Clay, we were in different events, and then regional in different events. So Clayton did a lot of steeplechasing in college. That was his main event. So.
Yeah, that was the only college race, but then
that was only college. We raced in high school some.
More than that than in college, which is weird to say, being from different states. But
yeah, how much caffeine do you take before races, workouts, if any? I'm not a caffeine before race guy. I've done it. That's not me. I know a lot of people do it, and I think it can benefit if you do it right. Not me. I'm not someone that gets anxious before a race, but caffeine gets me really anxious before a race, and I don't like that feeling. So before workouts, though, generally historically haven't been someone who does that, but I have, maybe a little bit, maybe like 30 milligrams if it's in like a gel before a workout or a long run, but not a lot. I'm not like anti-caffeine, but personally not me, especially before a race. I just get way too anxious, and maybe that's something I could dial in. But I've found other ways to kind of be ready before a race, and caffeine's not for me. What about you? I think you take it.
I've just started experimenting pretty recently with some caffeine, but nothing crazy. We got a couple teammates that kind of go borderline too much, which kind of, I mean, sometimes it works out for them, but I'll go probably like, I think 120 milligrams is the most I'll go before a race, and that seems to work for me, but I wouldn't experiment with anything like over 200 or 250 maybe, at
Yeah.
least in the near future.
Yeah, and I will add to that. I mean, me being more a 5K guy, just yeah, I don't think it really works out. I mean, I know more some people that are 1,500 guys, 800 guys. I think it's kind of nice. If I was more of an 815 guy, I may look into it more. But when you get kind of anxious and wired up, and then kind of crash, I don't know. Seems like a long time for a 5K for me. But I just wanted to add that. Yeah, not Silas. Yeah, no personal against Silas, but Silas and I've ran trailer court. I was kind of thinking with trailer court, maybe if I could show it to some guys. It's hard, like I say with some of these other questions, it's hard to just pick one. But Silas knows trailer court. But yeah, that I was just thinking it'd be cool to show some guys that haven't ran trailer court. Clayton would like trailer court. Clayton ain't afraid of hills.
No stranger to hills. Washington, Missouri, hometown, insanely hilly, 14th Street Hill. Titus knows what I'm talking about.
I do, yeah.
It's pretty brutal. So
We get some good hills around here where we live in Minnesota.
yeah, it's definitely
Maybe not something you think about, like that Minnesota's hilly. There's certainly some flat areas, but you got a pretty good hilly area. Now, Murga, I don't know if Murga's still on the live stream. Murga couldn't hang on trailer court. I'll say that here publicly in front of everybody, to all 10 viewers. Murga couldn't hang on trailer court.
Murga hates those hills. Say it to everyone. I'm gonna expose him. I don't care.
We like you, Murga, but you know what we're talking about. Yeah, let's see. Caught up on questions. We'll say we actually get some more question there, but we're gonna cut this off probably a little before 3 o'clock. I got this room at the library reserved till 3, so I want to be respectful of that. Yeah, running out of questions.
Last
So,
chance for any Diamond League talk.
yeah, come
Came
on.
prepared for that.
Yeah, I hinted at that yesterday, and Clayton was busy yesterday during Diamond League, and he went back and watched it. Don't make him do that for naught.
Josh Hoey gets taken down by Wanyanye.
Mm-hmm.
Lyles takes down Tobogo.
Yep. Shout out Silky Wilkie, Matt Wilkinson, 8'10", PR.
Local legend.
Local legend, Minnetonka High School grad.
Classic underdog story.
Mm-hmm. D3 to Olympian. Shout out Silky Wilkie. That was good. Yeah, of course, I was working yesterday, and of course it got really busy right around every distance event. So, yeah, that 5K would have been nice. That it was paced at 13:40. So it would have been nice to see them hit that, or maybe even go under. But that's asking a lot. There's some dogs in that race, but sub 13:40 is asking a lot. All right, everybody's questions running dry. I guess we've. Come on now. Does Kajelcha need to change his strat for Worlds? Ooh, maybe. Yeah, he may. I think he might, because he's had a couple really close calls. Like yesterday, he almost got hawked at the line, and then earlier in the year at another time of the year, he almost got hawked at the line. So I think you may want to be a touch more patient. I mean, he's obviously been the guy for a while, but I mean, it's just risky. And then, I mean, some of these, I mean, I'm sure he'll peak for Worlds, but I think it's just too risky. I think he needs to be a little more patient, and then let him have it at the end. but maybe not take it too easy, not leave too many guys in it, but yeah, it's just risky. I mean, I've said it before. I like to be a little more conservative in a race and then finish hard. So I'm probably that's my style. But yeah, what do you think, Clayton?
I'd say so. I pretty much agree. Like, just take your foot off the gas a little bit, and then I think you'll be in a better spot for sure. Not much more to add there.
Thoughts on the Great Britain girl in the 100? I'll be honest, Gable, I did not watch the 100, so I have no idea what you're talking about. But maybe give a little context. Did you watch the 100?
I didn't.
Yeah,
I
we
missed
mainly
that one. Well, actually,
the distance. So maybe give a little context.
I did watch it, but I didn't see anything with the Great Britain girl. I just saw Julian Alfred
Oh, are you talking about the K?
wax everybody.
Maybe he meant the K. Let us know, Gable. I don't know. We don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, let us know. We'll get back to that. What about Kurgat? Yeah, I mean Kurgat's a dog. Edwin's a good guy. I met Ed when he was at UT Martin. So yeah, he's been good, and so it's really good to see him really kind of break out here the last 2 years. So he's always been a good runner. I mean, his last year at Iowa State, in cross he was undefeated there. Won nationals. That's a big deal. But just because you win NCAA nationals doesn't mean you're going to be as good as he's been. So yeah, I mean that was pretty cool to see him run that fast 10K, especially last year when he ran a really good 10K at pre, but just missed that Kenyan team. But he did obviously come back and make the 5K team, so pretty cool. And then I know he was injured earlier this year, so it's cool to see him bounce back. I want to see Gable run Diamond League. Me too. Honestly, Gable may not be too far off. I mean, ran 8:20 at Portland, so I mean,
It's getting there for
if he
sure.
can cut a few more seconds, I think he might be able to maybe get one of those. I know there's sometimes some politics involved with that, and it's always the world versus Gable. He's finally getting a little more love, but world versus Gable for real. Would you ever live in New York City? No, not a chance. New York City's fun. I've been there twice. It's a blast. Like, it's so fun to go. It's crazy. New York City's crazy. Anyone who's been there will understand. It is crazy. Shout out Joseph Minor Williams. He ain't watching that bad. But yeah, no, New York could never live there. I mean, going there for a few days is really fun, but no.
Got a trick question.
Okay, Gable. To be honest, I was just seeing if you guys did your homework on the race. Just got you there, boys. You did, but a classic Gable, always trying to trick people. And this is why it's the world versus Gable, because he does stuff like this, and he burns some bridges. But I got a little thicker skin than some people. Gable probably didn't watch the 100 either. He didn't watch that.
Dang, classic prank.
Classic Gable. It's come from the guy that doesn't even his profile picture on YouTube's not even him.
Who is it?
I don't remember. It's somebody else. I can't remember. Some guy here in Iowa State. What races are coming up for you two? TBD.
Be a healthy race.
Yeah. Yeah, both of us unfortunately coming off a little bit of an injury. Been training healthy for a bit now, but might race late October. I mean, not October, August. Wow. Kind of a rust buster. Still not 100% sure, about 95% sure, but probably late August for me. It won't be anything big time, just something to kind of get it going. But looking ahead, really trying to gear up for U.S. Cross Champs. Yep, that's in U.S. Cross Champs is in for like December this year out in Portland. So really have that on the calendar. Hoping to be in my best shape of my life by then. Really have a big charge there. Try to make that Worlds team, which is going to be hard. Going to maybe a little lofty goal there, but I mean, if you don't make the team, you're a few guys off. You still had a dang good race. So yeah. What about you? Similar kind of just try to get healthy.
Yeah, pretty much try to get healthy. No, I mean, I had my sights set on, it was a lofty one, but the Beach to Beacon up in Maine, we had a teammate, JP, that had a blast up there last year, but the body wasn't cooperating in enough time, so that one's kind of out the window. But yeah, I don't know. TC weekend might be an option.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what's in the cards. I kind of like the mystery of it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been to New York. I want to go back to New York this year. So, I mean, I'll be, if everything keeps going like it has been, I mean, should be in really good shape then. I really like that 5K road race, Abbott Dash to the finish. Previous 2 years has been the USATF championship. It won't be this go around, so that may change some stuff. I'm sure they'll have internationals in the field. I don't know why they wouldn't. So that may change some. That may change some things, but if I can get into that race, I would really like to do that again a third time. Yeah, learned a lot the last 2 years, so we'll see. Dog versus man on the run. I mean, I got a pretty good track record with dogs. I love dogs, but when dogs come out and try to bite me, anytime, I don't like dogs that bite, but I got a pretty good track record with dogs on runs, so yeah.
That makes one of us.
Yeah.
Got a little altercation with one down in Wichita on a little pre-meet run before the Drake Relays one year, and just big old pit bull. It was muddy, and I was like trying to dodge him. I slipped in some mud, but fortunately the owners got a hold of him right before he sunk his teeth into my forearm. So grateful for that, but it did ruin one of my favorite shirts. So hope that dog doesn't find himself in a dark alley with me.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep your dogs on leash. I did have back a few months ago, back in like, was that February? For some reason, I kept running into people at this park by the house. There was like 3 of them, 2 or 3 in like a really short time period where I was kind of got into the owners about dogs because they weren't on leashes. And yeah, one guy was chirping pretty hard, big talker, but my run, I don't know. If I was 65, I wouldn't be chirping at a 25-year-old guy, but whatever. And then the lady, whatever. We won't get into that. Ooh, Gable, sub 26, sub 13, or sub 350.
Sub 26.
Sub 26. I mean,
That's
those aren't
pretty
equal.
good.
Those
I'll
aren't
take
equal.
that.
Those aren't equal, Gable.
I'll take that all day.
Sub 26 would be crazy. Yeah, sub 13 is nice, but I think sub 350 is harder than sub 13. Sub 27. Okay, there we go. Gable. I had to say, yeah, sub 26. You're an idiot if you don't pick sub 26.
Too late, no switching.
Ooh. Sub 27 is still pretty dirty. I'm a 5K guy. I love the 5K. Sub 13 would mean a lot. But I feel like if you go sub 27, you should be able to go sub 13. But yeah. Sub 350 would be cool, but I'm not a miler. Like, I don't really care.
I'm not a miler either, but I think I'd take the sub 350. That's what most people would understand, I think, to the general public, just telling them.
Who's the fastest sprinter on your team? Well, we're not a sprint team. It is Minnesota Distance Elite. If I had to pick,
Swanee?
Probably Swanee. Braxton would be pretty close. Those guys have some good turnover, but probably Swanee. I mean, if you haven't watched the interview, check it out on the channel. He does talk about, he used to be more of a sprinter in like high school early on. So probably Swanee. I mean, if you ever do like strides with him, like you do a 100-meter stride with him and put like 15 meters on you. It's like no effort. Like we do these 150s sometimes after workouts, just like 150 accelerations, and he is just cruising, no effort. So, and not that we're like killing ourselves, but like he's probably, if we had a 100-meter dash, I'd put my money on someone. Who would win in arm wrestling? You or Clayton? I don't know.
Well, you can do that right now, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, I'm always going to bet on myself. And can we see it live? Maybe, Gable, maybe.
There's no refs, sorry. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, this isn't a regulation table.
There's no pads, there's no hand binding stuff. But anyway, no hard feelings to Tanner. Circling back to the sprinter question. I mean, Tanner, if you ever go back and watch this, it's nothing personal, but you know.
I mean, Tanner would run good. I mean, I think if we're saying fastest sprinter like 100 meters, yeah, I mean, I might order Swanee, Braxton, Tanner, but a 200, I think it's still going to be that order. I mean, Tanner's more of a 15 than he is an 8 guy. That's like, so I mean, he's just the fastest 15 out of those guys. So, yeah, no hard feelings. I mean, Tanner would wax me in 100, that's for sure. You'd be a wild card, be JP.
JP's just a cyborg. He's a grinder. He just sticks his head down, and
He would be
eliminates the pain out of his brain.
he would be a sleeper, especially maybe a 200, because some of us guys would be at a massive disadvantage getting off the start line. But I think a 200 would, not that we would win, but Joel. Joel's put the Jets on us before.
Yeah, silent killer Joel Ryko. Like, and I mean that.
Oh, shout out Joel winning grandmas a few weeks ago. That was great.
Oh yeah.
Who would you let your sister date on the team? Nobody. I don't know who Richie Rich is, but I'm starting to think
say,
it's someone on the team. Nobody. Sorry. Especially not any of these younger guys. Richie Rich. Look, he may be Joe.
I was gonna say Joe or Swanee.
Well, Swanee was on here as Swanee, but Swanee's the type of guy to have 3-4 YouTube
Swanee's
accounts.
got the burner accounts.
He does have 2
despair.
phones.
He's got the burner account library.
Not on a team, but I ran in high school. Okay.
Well,
Don't bring me into this. Exactly. Exactly. Not on a team, but I ran in high school.
It must be a family statement. Don't bring me into this.
Exactly, yeah. I would let Swanee date my sister. Well, you must not know Swanee like we know Swanee. Or you don't care about your sister. So.
Swanee, is he still watching this?
Oh, man. I heard he broke 4. Yeah, Swanee did. Clayton gave him a new nickname.
Sub 4 Swanee. Hashtag.
Yeah, he
Sub 4
did. He
Swanee.
did. And he looked good doing it.
Rolls
So.
right off the tongue. Trademarking that right now. No one can say they took that nickname. That's
Yeah,
C.
Clayton did.
Dubacek original.
It is, yeah. If you want to use it, contact him.
Gotta give me a nickel every time you tweet it
Yeah.
or say it.
I mean, I owe Clayton like $1 already, so. Yeah. When you guys coming to Chicago? I don't know. I don't have any plans to come to Chicago to rave. Yeah, I don't rave. Oh, race. Oh, that's not me.
Lollapalooza.
I don't know. I don't have any plans to come to Chicago right now, but Chicago's fun. I've been to downtown Chicago a couple times. Downtown Chicago's cool.
I'd race the Shamrock Shuffle again for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. TBD on that. But, yeah. Chi-town. Chirac.
Uh-oh. Getting to the south side.
Oh, man. Downtown Chicago. Yeah. Yeah, last year I was there for the Chicago Marathon Expo, so that was cool. Shout out Murga. We worked that with Falca socks. Falca, if you're watching this, Desiree, please send me my gear. Oh, Lily's watching. Okay. Shout out Lily. All right. Yeah, we got maybe a minute here, because like I said, I want to be out of here at 3 when we're supposed to be, so maybe 30 seconds. I'm not going to do this arm wrestling. Sorry, Gable. That's not what this is about.
Rapid fire questions, go.
Come on, anything.
Anything you can squeeze in the next 30 seconds.
Maybe a delay of a clip.
How fast can you type, folks?
Yeah, let's see something. This is good. I'll be curious to see. I'll be curious to see what we peaked at, the analytics. I'll probably do this again. When's your next marathon? I've never done a marathon, but probably won't do a marathon till after 2028. So maybe like 29, 30. It'll be a bit, not a marathoner, but probably crush one day.
Favorite sweet tea?
Favorite sweet tea? Probably just homemade, because you just get you get to control your sugar contents, which would be a lot. Store-bought? That's a hard question. I'd have to think about that.
Mug root beer, favorite soda?
Favorite soda? I mean, I just like Coca-Cola, to be honest. And then dirty snack. It's a weird way to put it. Or I love Oreos. So that's a weakness. Back to the weakness section, LT. I love Oreos. I could crush a bag of Oreos right now. I don't know if that's what they're called, because they're in a little bag thing, but there's plastic in there.
Gummy bears.
Oreo, that's dirty. Yeah, it is. All right, it's 3 o'clock, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. I think this went really well for the first one, so I'll announce the next one, and we'll catch you on that one. Oh, real quick plug. A couple videos coming out in the next probably week, so be ready for that. Thanks again, everybody.